We would run short of words if all of the work of Mrs. Lakhana Disyasarin had to be summarized here. For over 37 years, Mrs. Lakhana has dedicated her life to education. She is a pioneer, a visionary educator, and a giver who has initiated many projects and worked tirelessly through the years to be successful. Mrs. Lakhana completed her bachelor's degree from Oklahoma State University in 1970 and then a master's degree from the University of Nebraska in 1975. While she was studying for her master's degree, she tutored foreigners who lived in America and helped establish the English language learning curriculum. The course was called English as a Second Language, or ESL. Currently, this course is used to teach Thai people who intend to learn English. It was during her time working and learning about education that Mrs. Lakhana was inspired to establish a school for Thai society. In 1983, Disyasarin International Kindergarten was established. It was the first international kindergarten in Thailand. It was a milestone for the country to have a first kindergarten which was taught in English and was owned by a Thai person. By the year 2000, the school was renamed as the American School of Bangkok, or ASB, in order to coincide with the American system of education that is offered. The school was accredited by Western Association of Schools and Colleges, or WAS, from the United States. In 1997, the Green Valley campus was opened. Besides being involved in the administration of an international school, Mrs. Lakhana established the United Communications Company Limited in 1987 to produce creative television programs involving youth. The company produced the first ever news show, Jiu Jiao Jar Lok, with young reporters from Thailand venturing out to interview and report news from all over the world. This opportunity allowed Thai children to be more eloquent and confident in using the English language. In 1990 and 1994, the news show Jiu Jiao Jar Lok received the Golden Television Entry Award for Children and Outstanding Youth. The company produced the Top Star Parade Show, which provided opportunities for young and creative teenagers to gain experience and express their talents on stage through singing, dancing, show hosting, and modeling. The company produced Thai Fa Mueang Thai documentary program, which included creative stories related to the environment, economy, Thai culture, and other topics beneficial to society. In 1992, she received the Royal Decoration, the Crown of Thai Jaturapan Level Companion, 4th class. In 1995, she was awarded with the Order of the White Elephant Companion, 4th class. In 1998, she received the Exemplar Woman Award in Administration of Educational System Management. In 2001, she received the Role Model Person Award in Education for her contributions in the field. In October 2002, she was selected to join the member of the Who's Who Historical Society an organization established for more than 72 years that acknowledges individuals who are dedicated and successful in work, education, and social work. In 2004, she became the founder of the Sukhumvit Rotary Club and initiated many projects such as the organization of vocational education programs for villagers and communities in the Lakhana district, the offer of training courses for English language teacher for civil servants, helping to refurbish rundown houses in the community behind the Thonglaw police station, donating money to Nuanchit community to organize a youth training camp for drug addicts every year, helping flood victims in many provinces. In 2011, there was 3 helicopters that crashed in Phetchaburi province. Mrs. Lakhana traveled there to offer support and give donations to the soldiers and police. In 2018, Mrs. Lakhana organized food supplies for the rescue team who saved the wild boars, a soccer team of 13 boys trapped in the Tham Luang cave in Chiang Rai. As the director of the American School of Bangkok, Mrs. Lakhana Disyasarin has organized charitable events such as the Sukhumvit Fair, an annual event for foreigners and locals to have fun and raise money for different charities. In 2004, funds were forwarded to UNICEF to help the needy children in the rural areas. In 2005, a tsunami hit the south of Thailand. Mrs. Lakhana and a team of staff traveled down to the south of Thailand to find out how she could help. Upon her return, the American School of Bangkok organized a grand talent show to raise aid fund to purchase necessary equipment, tables, chairs, books, TV, DVDs, teaching material for local schools in Phang Nga and Phuket provinces. Funds were also used in the procurement of equipment for local fishermen, and the Buddha statue was donated to a local temple as a gift for the tsunami victims. The Morgan villagers in Phuket also received funds to rebuild their homes.
2006 was the 60th anniversary of His Majesty King Rama IX's ascension to the throne. Mrs. Lakhana commemorated the auspicious year by holding the Sukhumvit Fair 2006 under the project The Father Who Only Builds, and also produced and sold color wristbands. The proceeds of the fair and wristband sales, amounting to 17 million baht, were contributed to His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej.
In 2007, the fair donated the proceeds to the Friends of the Elephant Foundation. And later that year, another fair was organized to raise funds for the Home of the Blind Children with multiple disabilities. In 2009, the funds were used to buy books for a school library in schools in the Ayutthaya and Lopburi provinces. The Sukhumvit Fair 2010 focused on reducing global warming and raised funds for the Prostheses Foundation of Her Royal Highness the Princess Mother and for the Green World Foundation. In 2011, a major flood hit the southern part of Thailand, causing a great catastrophe in the region. Many school buildings were damaged and equipment was destroyed. Mrs. Lakhana and her team once again traveled to the south to survey the affected area. Upon her return, the American School of Bangkok organized a special gala dinner helping hands heal flood victims and raised money to support the schools in Songkhla and Pathalung. The net proceeds raised from the Sukhumvit Fair 2012 were used to support the medical treatment of patients suffering from leukemia. The 2014 Sukhumvit Fair proceeds were used to support the refurbishment and development of housing projects for people in the rural areas of Surin, Thailand. In 2015, proceeds was donated to Hoi Sai Withayakom School to improve school facilities, bathrooms, playgrounds, libraries, as well as educational and sports equipment. In 2016, the proceeds raised from the school's early years art auction was also donated to the Foundation for Slum Child Care in Klong Thae District. In 2018, funds raised from the school's early years Change for Change project was donated to Pakret Orphanage. The net proceeds raised from Sukhumvit Fair in that year were used to purchase books for the library, student desks, chairs, and water purifier for Ban Cham Kwang School in Chachoengsao Province. Over the years, Mrs. Lakhana has raised and donated 20,286,476 baht to benefit the people and communities of Thailand. Additionally, Mrs. Lakhana received an honorable recognition from the Foundation of the Science and Technology Council of Thailand and was awarded the Person of the Year Award 2015 in the education business sector. This is a prestigious award for individuals who contribute greatly to society. In the same year, she was also honored by the Asia Pacific Golf Group and received the Asian Woman Golf Entrepreneur of the Year Award in Singapore. In 2019, she was recognized by Global Forum for Education and Learning in Dubai and was awarded Top 100 Leaders in Education, while ASB Green Valley was awarded Top 50 International Schools. All of Mrs. Lakhana's achievements are the result from a lifetime of dedication and commitment. It is her mission to give back to the society and her country.